Whew. I've been looking forward to this one. Where should I actually start? I put something out there a little while ago about my problems with Sanji's character in the grand scheme of the One Piece storyline. Spoiler-free section right here, but let me give you a quick summary of my thoughts on Sanji up to this point. From my interpretation of the story, Sanji committed two crimes, two sins. Number one, he lost faith in his crew, and the second one, he disrespected his captain. Losing faith in the crew is something Nami and Robin were culprits of in their respective arcs, and they didn't believe in the ragtag group of friends they had journeyed with for a short time. They didn't believe that the Straw Hats were capable of helping them escape the darkness of their past and ongoing trauma. Nami figured that Arlong, as a fisherman, was impossible to beat and planned to spend the rest of her life drawing his maps and buying her village back from him, even though she was pushed to the brink of despair. Robin believed that her darkness made her unworthy of love and friendship, since the people chasing her were the all-powerful and unchallengeable world government, so she was ready to die for the crew that she loved, and also in order to escape a worse fear for her of being resented and rejected by them. Lacking belief in the Straw Hats is something Luffy has beaten into the bloody bodies of his enemies and the people that threaten his happiness and that of his crew. Arlong, Crocodile, Lucci each took the brunt of the lesson Luffy was instilling in his crew, and as a chef on the Going Merry, Sanji was well aware of this. He lost faith when he decided to handle Big Mom and save Zeph all by himself. Something I argued he had no right to do, considering the Straw Hats' history in their journey together. Disrespecting the captain is something Usopp was villainized for. Zoro himself made it clear that Usopp's actions in challenging Luffy's decisions on the future of the crew and the future of his ship, the Going Merry, was unacceptable. And when you remember that these are not pirate games they're playing, Usopp was definitely in the wrong. Usopp had to acknowledge his faults and respect Luffy's position as the captain going forward. Sanji went on to commit this same crime when he kicked Luffy in the face. A literal Diablo Jambe haki-fueled kick to the captain's jaw. And while doing so, he spat on the acknowledgement of Luffy becoming the Pirate King. Yes, it was an act, but he really did it. Like, he really said it for real. And I'm sure Zoe would not have accepted that one bit, because I sure as hell didn't. Redemption was a big part of how these characters were able to re-establish their relationships with Luffy, and, by extension, their relationships with us as the audience. Nami had to ask for help, Robin had to be honest and wish to live, and Usopp had to get on his knees and beg for forgiveness. The close of the Whole Cake Island arc didn't provide Sanji with these satisfactory redemption actions, and since then I found him to be an unbearable character to have around. He hasn't earned the trust in the relationship back yet. Here's where we get into the spoiler territory, so only stick around if you've read up to manga chapter 1005. Wow. Here we go. The first element of Sanji's redemption arc has finally been realised, and I'm slowly beginning to fall back in love with the suave, no-nonsense character. Robin-chan, save me! With no hesitation, he screamed at the top of his lungs for help, acknowledging that this was a fight he could not win. He placed all his faith in his crew and called for Robin to help. Something he wasn't able to do at Enies lobby against Khalifa. This chapter really emphasised Sanji's growth throughout the story and reignited my fondness for him. Sin number 1 has been absolved, but he's not off the hook just yet. To be fully back in my good graces, I really believe he needs to get on his knees and beg the crew, mainly directed at Luffy, for forgiveness in the same vein as Usopp's at the end of Enies lobby / Water 7 arc. With the way Oda has been laying out the Wano arc, I feel like this is something we'll get right at the end of the story during the promised Kampai Oda teased in chapter 977, with the Straw Hats putting their party on hold and welcoming Jinbei and any other new members potentially to the crew. Can't wait to see it, but loving the fact that Sanji's on his way to a full redemption arc.